Talk about Xavier Sneed. What was he like for your team tonight?
He was big. He made all the open shots, and the toughness. So credit to X for playing like that, and we need to keep it going.
Talk about the heart of this team. I mean, you guys just get hanging in there.
We real competitive. And we know everybody doubted us, so we play with a chip on our shoulder every game. And that has to continue through the season.
How long do you get to enjoy this one?
Tonight, and then we got prepared for a tough team coming up.
What's the mindset for that next game? What are you looking for?
We're looking to move on. We got to come out with the same aggressiveness, same togetherness, and take care of that game.
The thoughts that one more win put you in the Final Four. Talk about that feeling.
Oh man, the feeling is great, but we can't get complacent. We can't look ahead, and we got a tough team. They've competed their whole year, and we got a tough game coming up.
Finally, how did you guys withstand all that noise during those tough times?
I think we play, and we play in a tough conference ourselves. Playing at our place, it's loud in there, and playing at Kansas, which is one of the loudest. So the noise never disturbed us at all.
Yeah, it was just it was different. I had to get back into the flow of things. It didn't take that long, but just try to get through the mental aspect of a foot injury. It's different, and so it felt good though. It felt good.
What did you think about X's game?
He played incredible for us. I mean, he did everything for us. He was scoring. He had the energy. He was defending at a high level. He played great. It was a great game for him.
Watching Barry there late in the game, what was your kind of perspective, and what did you think about that finish?
Honestly, when Barry got the ball at the end of the game, man, I didn't expect anything less from him. He's done it all season, really. Honestly, we give him ball at the end of the games, and he does what he does, and you gotta give him credit. He was great down the stretch. Great.
And how incredible is it? Star players hurt, and you guys are in the Elite Eight right now.
It's great, but I was made by the team, I guess. I was only good because of our team, and I'm hurt, but our team's still there. So people are stepping up everywhere. The team's playing great. They're not even missing a beat without me anyway, so it doesn't really affect our team at all. So.
Excellent. Thanks, Dan.
Was that the best game you think you guys have played defensively this year?
It was close. It was very close, if not with the one. What we were doing out there was great. We got a little foul trouble. Everyone was fouling, and but overall we played great. It was a great effort by us. We grinded it out, and it was an awesome game.
How tough is it to keep your composure for a team when you're dealing with so much foul trouble like that?
You just got to move on to the next play. It happens. You sometimes you reach in there when you don't really want to reach in there, and they call a foul or whatever, and so on and so forth. But you just got to move on. Keep them confident. Don't let them get down on themselves, and keep positive energy through the whole thing.
What did it feel like for you to get back out there on the floor in the first half? How were you feeling?
It felt good. I was just happy to be back out there. Didn't really do much for my team, honestly. But overall, it just felt good. We'll see if I can come out and play again.
Were you aware that Kevin Knox said the other day that he wanted you to play, so you guys wouldn't have an excuse?
I heard some things about it, but I don't really care.
How much was the Kentucky talk? It was hard to avoid coming into these games into the tournament that they had the easiest path. How much was that motivation?
It wasn't really motivation to us. We've been doubted the whole season, literally since the beginning of the season, doubted. So it's kind of like we just play with a chip on our shoulder every game, anyways, and so it just didn't really affect us at all. You hear that kind of stuff all the time that they had an easy road, but it's March, man. Anything can happen. I think we found that out earlier in the tournament. We played good tonight, and it happened.
It was crucial. It was under a minute left, or it was a minute left, and it's just, hey, if we don't get a stop right here, they're a good enough team to come back and get a bucket, or they'll get to the free throw line like they've been all night. So it was, and this could be the end of our season, and we just keep playing with that mentality, and just history we can make, and that motivated us to get a stop, and for me to have the confidence to drive the ball to the basket and finish, and just finish the game.
When Sneed gets that fifth foul, he goes over to you. He says something. What's that conversation like? Just and knowing what you got to do to finish off.
The first thing we did was say, we're gonna finish this for you. because you know he had a great game. He guarded his butt off. You know, offensively he played great, and you know it was whack to see him to get out of there. And so we just told him we're gonna finish this for him, and he said, "Yo, y'all boys do that." And we was like, all right, and he had to come out and we finished the game for him.
Carney, how does it compare in Big 12 play whenever you're going on the road to some crazy environments as compared to tonight? How did that compare?
I felt like it didn't shake anybody. We've played in Allen Fieldhouse, which we feel like is one of the craziest gyms to play in, and we played in other gyms. But personally, I don't get distracted by the environment. I play for my teammates and my coach, and that's all I play for. And that's all I see and hear when we're playing the game. I don't hear nothing else, and I believe my teammates feel the same way.
What's so special about this team, you feel?
Just you know, defensive mentality. You know, sometimes we might not have good offensive nights, and it comes down to the defense, and we're good at getting stops when we need it. So that's just the biggest thing on our team.
A lot of guys would describe the brotherhood this team has. How would you describe just that relationship this team, that bond this team has?
It's very important, and I think that has a lot to do with our chemistry and the way we click, because we all live close by each other. We all hang around each other all the time. Off days or not, we're chilling together. We're playing video games, Fortnite, whatever, 2K, cards, like Uno, Connect 4, Monopoly, anything. We're just really locked in, and we just kind of keep that bond, and that's what make us so special, because we all trust each other and we all work hard in practice.
Where do you think that showed up the most tonight?
That showed up. I say that showed up most in like a lot of spurts, but you know, in that last minute, when you know, it was a chance that they could, you know, take the lead. We just in the huddle, we was like, we're brothers. You know, we don't want the season to end. We want our coaches to still coach us. We want to make history, and we told each other that, you know, we need to go out there and get a stop, and we did that.
How do you feel to close out the game with those free throws?
Man, I feel good, man. That's what I was always dreaming of. I really would have closed if I would have made the second one, but it's all right, man. I'll get in the gym tomorrow during practice, work on free throws.
How's it feel to be in the Elite Eight?
Man, I feel good, man. We just got to one game at a time, what we say every day. We ain't going to get too excited about it because the job not done. We trying to win a national championship. As soon as it's complete, then we'll celebrate.
Like everyone's getting fouled out there, and then you had to step up big. I mean, what was going through your mind when you said, get in there, God? What's I forgot who fouled out there.
Me and X, when X fouled out, me and him, when I was coming to the game, me and him stopped and talked and said, bro, just close it out for me, bro, and do it for me. I said, all right, I got you. Me and X was like brothers, so I took his word and showed my loyalty. Just should have made the second free throw, man.
Got the win, though, man.
Yeah, got the win, though. It's automatic.
Mike, what was it like guarding a 6'9" guy out there? I saw you checking knocks.
I mean, he was a good player, but just like any other player, he just plays basketball. And so, I mean, I was just going out there to compete. And, I mean, it didn't really matter how tall he was. I was just going to go out there and compete on defense.
What was your guys' game plan? What was the one thing you thought you had to do above other things?
We had to compete. We had to play hard on defense. No matter what was happening on offense, we knew that we could control the game on defense, and that's what we did.
What about, it looked like you tried to get a lot of movement, side to side to side, get them to move. Did that get you some open looks on the three?
Yeah, definitely. That was the coaches have been stressing all week, and they've stressed that.
Why did that work?
Just because we just got to move the ball on offense. We didn't move the ball well against UMBC, and that was the key to this game.
No intimidation. You guys, I mean, you have 5 guards on the floor at the end.
Yeah. Nothing to be intimidated about. Just basketball players. Doesn't matter who they are.
Didn't matter a name on the jersey.
Nah.
All the fans in the stands.
Nah, none of that mattered because at the end of the day, it's just basketball.
That stuff doesn't bother you. You've been a pretty good road team, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're not afraid of the moment when it comes to the big shot. Is that true?
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah. At the end of that half, you hit that huge shot to go up. What went through your mind with that shot?
just play ball. I was open, and it was a great pass made by Barry, so I just shot the ball with confidence. Knew it was going to go in.
And then finally into the game, you're in there. How do you feel? What's going through your mind?
Man, it feels so good to be out there and be able to compete at the end of the game in the Sweet 16. And I'm happy the coaches had the confidence in me to have me out there.
There was a lot of emotions going through everyone's head. We knew that this was the program's history. We hadn't beaten Kentucky. They beat us every time, and so we just wanted to rewrite history today. And once we found out we won that game, we were just hyped.
They made that huge run with Snead on the bench. How did you all regain your composure and seal this win?
We've been in some close games before, and I think just the Big 12 really helped us a lot. Keep our poise, keeping our head. They probably had way more fans than us, but we've been in some tough arenas, and so just that experience alone just allowed us to keep our poise and make the plays down the stretch.
What do you think about the people who thought Kansas State doesn't have a chance in this game? Kentucky's going to be too good.
I mean, I appreciate them. I appreciate them because everything I was seeing on social media, I was just feeding to our guys in our group messages, letting them know that people think we're still not supposed to be here and we're still a bad team and picked 16th out of the last 16 teams playing. And so I think that added fuel to our fire, and we came out and showed it.
Barry, the emotions of this game compared to really any game you've ever played before, what would you describe it like? Just the emotions of this game compared to any other game you've played against, played in with the stakes, everything going on. I mean, how do you describe that compared to past games you've ever played?
I mean, I don't think it ever compares. I mean, I've never been in this situation. Surviving advance on a big time stage, and my guys came to play. X had some big time shots, big time defense, had 22 and 9, and so. The guys stepping up night in and night out and just being ready to play.
You hit the big one against TCU, the big one tonight. What is it with you in the big shot at the end?
I just try to do what's best for my team, try to help my team out as much as I can. And so my coaches trust me with the ball at the end of the game, and my teammates do as well. And I just want to reward them with making a play.
Barry, in your mind, what was the risk reward to getting all the way to the rim there, just because of how big they are and how many shots they had affected, earlier in the game? What was sort of the cost benefit there in your mind?
I just wanted to get. I knew I wanted to get to the rim from the start, and I didn't want to settle. I think I settled the play before. I missed it. Carter got the rebound, fortunately, but I knew I wanted to get to the rim, either draw foul or just finish at the basket.
How big was this steal by Carter? A little bit under a minute left. He steals and then goes back down the score.
That was big time. I mean, he made a big time play. He's a great player. He's a good finisher. There's nothing I don't expect from him.
And what does that say just for your overall team defense? That play kind of gets me in a microcosm of it.
It just shows that we still have that grit. We still have that ground. We play defense every possession, and we make it tough for guys.
Do you guys realize, obviously just being in Atlanta, Kentucky being so close, being an SEC team, how many people you kind of upset in the city of Atlanta and expecting them to go forward, and now you guys upset the apple cart?
Yeah, I mean, we knew we upset them, but for his locker room, there was no upset. We kind of knew going in the game plan, and with our scouting report, we knew that we were supposed to win. We believe in each other, and we believe in our program.
Yeah, Barry, for you to punch your ticket to the Elite Eight against a team like Kentucky, a program like that this program's never beaten, how much sweeter does that make it?
It makes it a lot more sweeter. I remember talking to Ernie Barrett, just talking about the history of Kentucky K-State, and just knowing that we never beat him. And I was just trying to tell our guys we wanted to rewrite history. And so we went out there and fought, and we were able to do that.
You were celebrating pretty hard. It looked like this one meant a lot to you. How much energy did you have to put into it?
Just put a lot of energy into it. I mean, it's Kentucky. They're a great team, talented. Got one of the best coaches ever. And so we knew that was going to be a hard-fought game, and so to come out on top, it was big.
On paper, it seemed like most national experts gave you no chance in this one. How did you pull it off?
Just reading what they said, saying that we have no chance. Telling my guys that we're not supposed to be here. People still think we're a fluke and this and that. So I think they kind of took that as fuel to the fire. Came out and played, proved that we're supposed to be here right from the start, and kept that same energy throughout the game.
How do you personally, you have a night where you're not scoring like 30-plus points, flip the switch late when you know your team needs you and make key shots like you did tonight?
Well, my teammates and my coaches trust me, and so I know that even though I haven't been going off on offense for the whole game, I know that I put a lot of work in, and if my teammates and coaches trust me to make the plays down the stretch, then it's something I'm able to do.
What does it mean to you that it seems like every one of these games it's a different person stepping up? It's not just one guy.
I mean, it just shows that we're versatile. We don't have one guy. We don't have two guys, three guys. We have a plethora of guys that can step up at any given night, take what the defense gives us and thrive.
Proud of Xavier tonight?
Am I proud of Xavier tonight?
Yeah.
That's a question?
How proud?
How proud? I'm very proud. He was big time today, 22-9, and he still got fouled out. Could have had more points, maybe even a double-double down the stretch, but he was big time. Even when he got fouled out, he still had the same energy on the bench. Came into the huddle, cheered us on, and he played like a superstar today.
Barry, how would you describe the brotherhood? It's a word a lot of people have been using in this locker room. How would you describe your guys' brotherhood?
I mean, we're just a tight-knit group, and we're a true definition of a brotherhood, a team, and we play for each other, play for K-State, and I think it's showing.
Can you just walk me through your game-winning shot? What was going through your mind, and what did you see when you started the drive?
I just saw kind of the lane separate. The guys kind of opened up, and I felt he kind of forced me left a little bit, and I just took what he gave me, and once I got past him, I wanted to cut him off so he didn't have a chance to block it. And I saw someone else coming, so I didn't want to lay with the right. I was able to make it.
You almost had a look of astonishment after you hit that layup. Were you surprised at all that it went down?
No, I wasn't surprised. I knew when it hit the backboard, I knew where I put it, so I knew it was kind of it was good. And so, sometimes I am shocked, but I knew where I put it on the backboard. It had no choice but to go in or get blocked. So.
Can you talk a little bit about Coach Weber and just the job that he not just done all season, but the job he did specifically tonight with so much foul trouble and pushing all the right buttons and just everything that he's done?
I mean, Coach Weber's a great coach, and I think it's still kind of dawning on people right now. But I knew that coming into this program back in 2015. That he was a great coach, and I knew his game plan was going to work. We just needed a little bit of time, and I think now we're all gelling. We've been here for a while, and we've all bought in, and it's showing.
Yeah, the last drive, I mean, you had the drive right before where you got swatted out of bounds. Is it tough to kind of rebound mentally and have no fear taking it back to the rack?
No, I mean, my shot been blocked many times throughout basketball, so it's been way worse than that, honestly. And so I wasn't fazed at all by that at all.
Do you feel like you took them by surprise, especially the way you guys came out in the game? Were they shell-shocked a little bit?
Maybe they were. I don't know. Maybe they just thought they were going to come in and just beat us, spank us just with their athleticism and length. And so I think we came out and showed them what K-State basketball is all about. And we were able to keep that same momentum throughout the game.
Did you check your phone yet? How many texts you have?
I haven't. I have not. So. Pretty sure my family and friends are congratulating.
What are your emotions right now? You just seem fairly calm after going and doing what you did to a team like Kentucky.
I think I've let them all out. I jumped in the crowd and celebrated with my team in the locker room, and even after the game. And so right now I'm just trying to get focused on Loyola and what we can do to beat them.
You got so many contributions today, little contributions from a lot of people. What does that say about this team?
Like I said, it just shows that we're not a team with one or two or three guys. We have a good team, and so any given night with the way teams play in their style, anyone can thrive.
How tough is it to play with 5 guards the way you guys had to because of foul trouble?
It was tough. I mean, especially playing against Kentucky, when their point guard is 6'5" or 6'6", however tall he is. I mean, it's tough. They clearly were taller than us, but we fought and we stayed together.
Bruce, have you had a game like that where you've had to battle through that much adversity?
Well, there's probably some, and I've coached a long time, but, in this magnitude of it, Sweet 16 to go to Elite 8, to have those guys, just the toughness, the resiliency. I thought only maybe at the end of the half we got a little bit where we maybe gave in, but Mike McGurl's shot was huge after they tied it. And obviously Cartier's basket when they went up 1 in the second half. And then we talked about steals, deflections, all those little things. Cartier diving on the floor, getting the timeout, which allowed us to get it in and go to Barry, and he made the play. And then, we said we want to be the best defensive team in the tournament. And right now, I got to believe our numbers are pretty close. I know we are defensive efficiency #1 coming in, and we had a pretty good night there. I'm just so proud of them, and you got to give Dean some credit. You don't play basketball for 2 weeks, and to go in there, and it started hurting after halftime. And our doc said if you want them at all on Saturday, you got to probably sit them. So we'll see how he feels tomorrow morning.
Bruce, the whole reseeding to 16 thing, you said you put it on the board. Barry brought it up. Why does that matter to you guys? Why do you bring it up?
Oh, I mean, obviously I did it for motivation, you know, more than anything that, you know, right away, I got some text messages, and I don't go on social media, so I know nothing. But I got some text messages. Some guy sent me. I'm so mad at the new pairings or new ratings. I'm like, what are they even talking about? Then one of my, I don't know, it was one of the coaches, my daughter, somebody sent it to me, and I hit the thing, and I kept scrolling and scrolling. I thought, maybe we're 14th, 15th, but we are 16th. And again, I know it was ugly against UMBC, but, you know, one, I don't think people appreciate what Coach Odom did and how hard they played and their defense. And two, I don't think people appreciate how hard we play. And, you know, so it gave us a little motivation. Obviously, I'm not sure Kentucky, we told our guys, they're reading that too. And I thought we jumped on them. I said, this is a great time to get them when they're not ready. Just like UMBC got after us right away. So, you know, any type of motivational thing, you know, now it's, you know, Loyola's good, we're good. Neither one of us were, you know, supposed to be here. Now you got to go fight it out.
What do you think of their emotional thing? You were talking about the Vince Lombardi points you were making, the fight to exhaustion. Can you just elaborate on that? And
you know, I always do a quote before, and you know, the coaches helped me, and you know, Vince Lombardi. I'm from Wisconsin. Obviously, I grew up. He was my dad's idol, my father-in-law's idol, everybody's idol, and you know, I just found a quote about. You know, when you got to play your heart out, and you got in your finest moment, you know, you got to lay it all on the line and play to exhaustion. And I think our guys did. I thought they did against UMBC. They did tonight, and they're going to have to do it again on Saturday.
Once you tying it all together, like having 4 guys out basically at the end and 5 guys on the floor against this huge team, I mean, how does that testament to what you've tried to do?
Well, it's just, again, I've said it all over and over, got great guys, great group, and great leadership, and that makes it so much easier on the coaches. Our staff should get credit too. They do a great job with them, talking to them, you know, being in their ear, making sure they understand, you know what's important, and you know, playing hard. You know, we've talked about having a pure heart and a clear mind as we entered the tournament. And Coach Korn brought that up. And you know, the pure heart is just to worry about the team and knowing not yourself. And they've done that. Clear mind is the focus, and focus on what we need, the task at hand. And I think they've been really good at that.
What do you think about Kentucky's athleticism and length?
Well, they're so long, but we thought we could get under them. I thought we were pretty good on the boards early. We frustrated them, got them kind of out of kilter. Coaches did a great job. We had all the calls and took them out of some stuff. Obviously, it wore down on us a little bit, and they got it going. Knox got going. We had no answer for Washington inside, but you know, it was either foul them or not, you know, that's basically it. But, you know, they're a good young group. You know, we just thought if we guarded them, it would give us a chance. Obviously, I'd told a lot of people we needed a Mike McGurl moment, and Xavier kind of gave us that. He jumped up and made those shots at key times.
Well, X has always seemed like he's capable of games like these. What really brought it out of him tonight?
Well, I think he was, I don't know if you saw him after the last win to get here. He was so emotional. I've never seen a guy, you know, cry like that. And he cares so much, and he just said, Coach, I've dreamed this my whole life. And maybe just getting here and relaxing and understanding that he's a good player. You know, he had to battle all the big guys. Last year we played him at forward. He hated it. He just hated it. And, you know, I kept telling him it's a good thing. You play forward, they can't guard you and move. One of the things I thought our early possessions were big time. We kept talking about moving them. I thought we got a little stagnant at times, but when we moved them, we were able to get some stuff.
Coach, how long do you celebrate this game?
Oh, it's over as soon as you guys are out of here. And I told them at the end, when we met with them, I said, now we got to get our poise and focus back on, you got an unbelievable opportunity, but Loyola's very good. Obviously, they beat some good people. They beat Florida early in the year. They beat Miami. They beat Tennessee. You know, Tennessee won the SEC. So, you know, we got our hands full. There's no doubt. Our coaches got to get working. Guys got to get back, get rest, and get ready to go.
Bruce, why did you send Barry?
How sweet is it to be?
It's great. I saw that somewhere on a ticker or something. I didn't know that. Obviously, Ernie Barrett, it was a special moment for him. Ernie almost choked us all in his hugs, and he was about in tears. And you know, you feel good about it. He called me. I don't know how many times Sunday night he couldn't get me. He gets mad. but usually I'm out of the media in about 45 minutes, but it took a long time. And finally he called me. He said, "Coach, you know we lost to Kentucky." I said, "I know, Ernie." He said, "You got to get it back for it." He did a hype video for us, and then the guys were so appreciative that he got back here because they appreciate him.
Coach, why'd you send Barry over to the stands to go into the
I just enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment, Xavier. You don't get to do this all the time, and obviously, hopefully we can do it on Saturday. But hey, he made the big shot. He's been our leader. Let him enjoy that. Let him enjoy this, because those are the snapshots you'll have in your mind for the rest of your life.